FLAVA.
FLAVA, you're home for hip hop and R&B and the full Phat Breakfast, and you're about to see Pete as you don't usually see him if you're looking on the website right now, but you can probably hear that he is not coping because in front of him is basically his fantasy woman. Otherwise known as Rachel McKenna in real life. Angela Bloomfield, hello, sorry about him.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
It's true, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
You really are.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and you're married and you have
got it.
children and
I
you're
do.
still beautiful, so you're doing
Thank
very
you so
well.
much.
Yeah,
That's all I have to say.
And he's actually not coping, and I think it's because as a teenager, particularly like, Rachel as she was.
Well, that's it. I had two babes as a child. One was Pamela Anderson, the other was you.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're up there with Pam.
That's pretty heavy.
Pam's lost it. She's off the list, but you're still there. I'll tell you that much for free.
Wow. I feel great. What a great way to start the day.
Yeah, well, it kind of leads into stalkers. Have you had any of those problems?
I don't think so. Not directly. I remember years ago they told us that they didn't give us kind of all the mail, and I knew there was some weird mail coming in. And then one day I got like a letter from some guy who knew my home address, and I think he'd like send me at the airport or and stuff like that, like check my address off my baggage and stuff. But nothing that's interfered with my life at all.
No.
It's as far as I got. The police contacted me. I couldn't get any further. I tried.
Yeah. How is it being back? Everyone knows that you have been a director and then you've come back. So how is it this run of you being on Shortland Street?
It's kind of great. I mean, it always was great. And years ago when I was on the show and I wasn't married and I didn't have children, I thought, God, this would be a great job to have when you had your house set up and your kids and your family. And then I had this opportunity to kind of make that happen, and it's perfect because when I'm at work, I'm working, and when I'm at home, I'm, I have all the energy and emotions to give to the kiddies. Whereas when I'm directing and I'm at home, I'm, half of me is kind of still on set and still with that story. Yeah.
Well, what do you prefer, directing or acting?
Well, people ask me all the time,
Yeah, well,
and I
I'll
really
ask you
enjoy
again.
both. But I think this is a good example. If someone offered me a part in a film as an actor and then to direct the film, I would take the part before the directing.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's probably one of the only times, because I haven't been, a big lead in a film.
And did you were you laughing when they approached you to, hey, you want to come back on the show?
Yeah, kind of laughing. It was a big choice to make because I already felt that I'd been kind of labelled after 9 years on it playing that character. People, want me to be that character, and so I thought if I go back and do it for a certain amount of time, no one's ever going to hire me for New Zealand TV again. So I'm kind of cutting off some other opportunities. So I thought, no, I will do this, for as long as they want me to do it, and then we'll worry about this.
Your leg's touching my leg.
Is it?
The rest of us are still...
players during an interview, eh?
Oh, sorry, there's some... Cut through it like a knife, cut through it. So when you look at Rachel McKenna, do you actually like her? Like, would you be friends with her?
It's funny, a few months ago I didn't, and it was I started doing some voice classes with this wonderful voice coach that we have in New Zealand, and I started to realise that I don't like her and that I was going to work every day and I didn't like her and I didn't really want to hang out with her, and it actually was stopping me kind of fully investing in my scenes. I'd kind of cut them short, and the directors would go, oh, Angela, I think you can, push it a little bit further. And I'd go, isn't this my friend? Isn't this character that I'm talking to my friend? And they went, no, she doesn't have any friends. What are you talking about? I'm like, okay, and then I think the storyline did kind of shift with the whole Morgan thing, and it kind of brought a different energy to her. And now I kind of respect that she is broken, and all the women on the show are a little bit broken, but that there's drama in that, and that she just needed a little bit of love from me, and I'm kind of like a counsellor,
Well, yeah, it's like everyone has that friend who's a cow, and everyone goes, why are you friends with her? And you kind of know her redeeming qualities.
Do they? Oh,
I think so. I heard.
Yeah. I mean, she just doesn't, she's not interested in anyone that is less than they can be, and if unfortunately they'll never have the skills to be as good as she is, she just cuts them off, I don't know.
It's just not you. See, you're just sweetness and light.
Yeah, it's not nice. But then, you know, she had a broken family upbringing. She had, you know, you were there. She had eating disorders. She was struck by lightning. She had STDs. She's so broken. She thought she had an STD, but then she went and had the test and she didn't.
And then she found out she was actually dyslexic. She had an LTD. LCD TV, that's what she had. Wasn't anything STD.
But, you know, she's had it pretty tragic. She's an alcoholic.
Pete, are you, I don't know, going to get it together to say anything anytime soon?
Yeah, so that's all cool about Shortland Street and stuff. Your marriage at home, is that going good?
It is. It's going really well.
Well, what's her husband's name, by the way? Chris? And what does Chris do?
Chris looks after the children.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You can't compete with that, Pete.
A few years ago, we swapped roles, and I'd been at home for about 3 years, and he'd always said from the get-go, you know, when we have children, I'd love to be at home with them before they go to school. And so at that time, we made that real, and it really
is
works.
It working for you?
Well, it does. It's not. Sometimes I think it's not how it's meant to be, but we kind of constantly communicate about it and make it okay, and it's always getting shorter.
It's all about communication with your
But
partner.
it kind of sounds lame.
That's what makes life
But it
bearable and
is.
lovable.
But it is.
But it's also, don't you find, I feel guilty because you get so many points for being a working mum, but kind of working's a bit easier than being at home.
Does say that in front of people. But the thing when you're a working mum is, as soon as you walk in the door, you're mum. So you're actually everything. So you work hard and you go home and then you're mum. Because your kids don't know that there's a division. And as soon as I walk in the door, they're like, oh, mummy to do it, mummy can do it, mummy have a bath, mummy put me to bed. And it's like, so I'm always on.
So true for us mothers. All power to us mothers. Yep.
Yeah, you have been called a mother before. Okay, Pete, you want to...
It's because you breastfeed. What are the chances of me being written in as your boyfriend on the show?
Well, I don't know.
With kissing scenes, probably.
Well, you know, there's always a chance, maybe 70-30.
So there is a chance.
Well, there's always a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Just
came
throw
back
numbers,
after
throw
7.
in more numbers. He loves it when numbers are mentioned.
60-40, you know.
I would have been happy with 10-90. That's
I think
sweet.
there'll always be that time when Rachel might be at a loose end in the bar and maybe she'll get drunk and, like, if they need someone, I can say, I got a guy who would be up for this.
Oh, Pete the Palangi.
Let's do it.
Pete the Palangi.
It's pretty much on!
Stuff it. Let's live a little. Let's just do it.
Yeah, nah.
Just later, just in case it happens.
I apologise for my behaviour. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
FLAVA.